Welcome to Week 14, our final content week before we explore AI and international funding. This week focuses on professional practice, examining career development, advanced topics, and emerging trends. We begin with career paths. Grant professionals occupy diverse roles across the nonprofit, academic, government, and private sectors. Understanding these pathways helps you make informed decisions about your professional trajectory. Some grant professionals prefer the stability of in-house positions with benefits and predictable workloads. Others thrive on the variety and independence of consulting. Some focus exclusively on writing, while others manage entire portfolios. There is no single correct path. Your ideal role depends on your skills, preferences, risk tolerance, and career stage. This lesson explores the major career options available to grant professionals, the typical trajectories within each path, and the trade-offs involved. By the end, you will have a clearer picture of where you might fit in this field and what steps might advance your career. The grant professional landscape offers remarkable diversity of opportunity. Demand for skilled grant professionals continues to increase as funders become more competitive and compliance requirements grow more complex. Organizations recognize that professional expertise significantly improves success rates and reduces compliance risk. Diverse settings employ grant professionals. Nonprofits of all sizes need grant support, from small community organizations to large national institutions. Universities employ hundreds of grant professionals across research administration, sponsored programs, and development offices. Hospitals, government agencies, and consulting firms all create grant career opportunities. Multiple functions exist within grant work. Writing proposals is the most visible function, but research, prospect identification, budget development, compliance management, and training are equally important. Some positions span multiple functions, while others specialize narrowly. Varied titles describe similar work across sectors. Grant writer in a nonprofit might be called development officer at a foundation, sponsored programs administrator at a university, or research administrator in a medical center. Do not let title variations confuse you. Focus on job functions rather than titles when exploring opportunities. The in-house grant writer role focuses on writing proposals for a single organization. This is often an entry point into the field and can also be a long-term career choice. Typical settings include nonprofit organizations, especially mid-size and larger ones with dedicated development staff. Smaller organizations may combine grant writing with other development functions. Some in-house writers focus exclusively on foundation and corporate grants, while others also pursue government funding. Advantages of in-house positions include deep organizational knowledge that informs compelling proposals. You understand the programs intimately, know the staff personally, and can gather information efficiently. Relationship building with funders benefits from continuity. Job stability and benefits provide financial security. Challenges include limited variety since you write about the same programs repeatedly. Isolation can occur if you are the only grant professional. Organizational constraints may limit which opportunities you pursue or how proposals are written. Internal politics can complicate the writing process. Development director or officer roles manage overall fundraising strategy, including but extending beyond grants. These positions oversee comprehensive development programs. Scope typically includes major gifts, cultivation, special events, annual fund campaigns, corporate partnerships, planned giving, and grant seeking. Grants may represent one component of a diversified revenue strategy. The ratio of time spent on grants versus other fundraising varies by organization. Advantages include strategic perspective on organizational sustainability. You see how different revenue streams complement each other and can balance the portfolio appropriately. Leadership opportunity comes with managing development functions and potentially supervising staff. Broader skill development prepares you for executive positions. Challenges include less time for actual grant writing. You may supervise writers rather than write yourself. Management responsibilities consume time and energy. Revenue pressure can be intense since development directors are accountable for meeting fundraising goals across all sources. Grant administrator roles focus on managing awarded grants through compliance and reporting. While grant writers focus on winning awards, administrators ensure awards are managed properly. Functions include budget monitoring to track expenditures against approved budgets. Report preparation involves compiling financial and programmatic reports for funders. Compliance tracking ensures all award terms are met. Closeout procedures wrap up completed grants properly. Advantages include the essential nature of this work. Every grant requires administration, creating steady demand. Growing regulatory complexity increases need for specialized expertise. Less writing pressure appeals to those who prefer numbers and systems over narrative. Challenges include detail-intensive work requiring meticulous attention. Regulatory complexity means continuously learning new requirements. You often clean up problems created by others, whether program staff who spent inappropriately or writers who made promises that cannot be kept. The work can feel less creative than writing. Research administrator roles support research grants at universities and research institutions. This specialized field requires understanding of federal research regulations and academic culture. Pre-award functions include proposal development support, helping faculty prepare applications. Budget preparation translates research plans into compliant cost estimates. Compliance review ensures proposals meet sponsor and institutional requirements before submission. Post-award functions include account setup in institutional financial systems. Expenditure monitoring tracks spending against budgets and award terms. Reporting prepares required financial and technical reports. Audit support responds to sponsor or institutional audits. Career path typically progresses from coordinator handling transactional work to manager overseeing teams or departments to director level with institutional leadership responsibility. Certification through organizations like NCURA or SRA demonstrates professional competence. Many research administrators spend entire careers in this specialized field. Program officer roles manage grant programs from the funder side. This represents a career shift from seeking grants to making them. Functions include reviewing applications and making or recommending funding decisions. Managing portfolios involves overseeing multiple active grants in a subject area. Monitoring progress means tracking grantee performance and providing guidance. Some program officers conduct site visits and provide technical assistance. Settings include foundations where program officers shape giving strategy within their domains. Government agencies employ program officers to manage federal grant programs. Corporate giving programs may have staff managing philanthropic investments. Path to program officer typically requires prior experience. Many program officers previously worked as grant seekers, bringing practical understanding of the recipient perspective. Subject matter expertise in the funding area is often required. Some positions require advanced degrees or professional credentials in relevant fields. Consultant and freelance roles provide grant services to multiple clients. This entrepreneurial path appeals to experienced professionals seeking independence. Services offered by consultants extend beyond writing. Training teaches grant skills to organization staff. Capacity building helps organizations develop sustainable grant programs. Program design creates fundable projects. Evaluation supports grant-funded programs. Some consultants specialize narrowly while others offer comprehensive services. Advantages include variety since each client brings different challenges. Flexibility in schedule and workload appeals to those balancing other commitments. Income potential can exceed employee positions for successful consultants. Independence from organizational politics and bureaucracy attracts many. Challenges include inconsistent income with feast or famine cycles. Self-employment burden means handling your own taxes, insurance, retirement, and business operations. Client management requires skills beyond grant writing. Marketing and business development consume time. Isolation from colleagues can be difficult. We explore the freelance business in detail in our next lesson. Choosing your path requires honest self-assessment of multiple factors. There is no universally best option. Consider your skills and which aspects of grant work energize you. If you love the craft of writing, roles that preserve writing time matter. If you enjoy systems and compliance, administration may suit you. If you want strategic influence, development leadership beckons. Preferences about work style affect fit. Do you prefer deep focus on one organization or variety across many? Do you work best independently or collaboratively? Do you want predictable routine or constant novelty? Career stage influences appropriate risk. Early career professionals often benefit from stability that allows skill building and credential development. Mid-career professionals may have flexibility to take risks or specialize. Late career professionals might seek reduced pressure or flexible arrangements. Financial needs vary. Benefits like health insurance and retirement matter more to some than others. Steady, predictable income provides security. Some professionals prioritize maximizing income even with variability. Professional goals guide direction. Writers should seek roles that preserve writing time. Those wanting management careers should pursue positions with increasing responsibility. Entrepreneurial spirits may ultimately need to build their own practices. Career progression follows several patterns, and most professionals combine multiple patterns over their careers. Vertical growth means moving up within a functional area. A grant writer might progress to senior writer to grants manager to development director. Each step brings more responsibility, usually including supervision and strategy alongside or instead of direct writing. Horizontal movement shifts between settings while maintaining function. A nonprofit grant writer might move to university research administration, then to a consulting firm. Each move brings new perspectives while leveraging core skills. Different settings suit different career stages or personal circumstances. Functional shift changes what you do within the field. A writer might move into administration, then into training and consulting. Each function uses overlapping but distinct skill sets. Functional shifts keep careers fresh and build versatility. Sector transition moves between seeker and funder roles. Working as a program officer after years of grant seeking provides valuable perspective. Some professionals move back and forth, enriching both roles. Understanding both sides makes you more effective in either. Building your resume strategically demonstrates your value to potential employers or clients. Track record documentation is essential. Record every proposal submitted, the result, and the amount requested and awarded. Calculate your success rate and total dollars raised. Funders and employers want evidence that you can win grants. Keep this data current throughout your career. Portfolio maintenance preserves samples of your best work. Collect proposals, reports, and other documents you created. Redact confidential information as needed. Use samples in interviews or client discussions to demonstrate your writing quality and range. Credentials signal professional competence. The GPC, Grant Professional Certified, demonstrates knowledge of the field. The CFRE, Certified Fundraising Executive, covers broader fundraising competencies. We discuss credentials in detail in Lesson 14.3. Consider whether credentials would advance your specific goals. Professional development shows commitment to growth. Attend conferences from organizations like GPA, AFP, or NCURA. Participate in webinars and training programs. Join professional associations and contribute to the field. Continuous learning keeps skills current and builds your network. Networking and professional community support career advancement in multiple ways. Professional associations serve grant professionals across sectors. GPA, the Grant Professionals Association, focuses specifically on grant work. AFP, the Association of Fundraising Professionals, covers broader development. NCURA, the National Council of University Research Administrators, serves research administration. Regional and local groups provide additional connections. Conferences and events provide learning and connection. Annual conferences offer education sessions, networking events, and exposure to vendors and resources. Regional meetings are more accessible for regular participation. Virtual events have expanded access to professional development. Online communities extend your network beyond local geography. LinkedIn groups connect grant professionals globally. Professional forums and social media discussions share knowledge and opportunities. Online presence demonstrates your expertise to potential employers or clients. Mentorship accelerates development. Seek mentors who have traveled paths you want to follow. Ask questions, learn from their experience, and apply their wisdom. As you advance, mentor others. Giving back strengthens the profession and often teaches you as much as your mentees. Salary and compensation vary widely across the grant profession. Understanding ranges helps you evaluate opportunities and negotiate effectively. Wide range exists because multiple factors influence compensation. Role complexity affects pay, with strategic positions paying more than transactional ones. Setting matters, with universities and large nonprofits typically paying more than small organizations. Geography creates significant variation since cost of living differs dramatically. Experience commands premium compensation. Entry-level positions for grant writers typically range from $40,000 to $55,000, though this varies by location. Entry roles may emphasize learning over independent production. Some entry positions are titled coordinator or assistant. Benefits packages add significant value beyond salary. Mid-career compensation for experienced writers or managers ranges from $60,000 to $90,000. At this level, you work independently, manage complex proposals, and may supervise others. Specialization in federal grants or specific sectors can increase value. Senior level positions, including directors and executives, often exceed $100,000. These roles involve strategy, leadership, and institutional influence. Executive development positions at large institutions can be significantly higher. Consult salary surveys from professional associations for current data. Common career mistakes can limit professional growth. Awareness helps you avoid these pitfalls. Isolation from staying in one organization too long limits perspective. You may not realize your skills are valuable elsewhere or that better opportunities exist. You miss trends affecting the broader field. Periodic external exploration, whether job searching or consulting, provides valuable perspective even if you stay. Narrow focus through over-specializing before building broad foundation limits options. Becoming expert in one grant type or sector before understanding the field broadly creates vulnerability. If your specialty declines, you lack alternatives. Build breadth first, then specialize strategically. Credential neglect means failing to document accomplishments and build track record. If you do not record your success rate and dollars raised, you cannot prove your value. If you do not maintain a portfolio, you cannot show your work quality. Start tracking immediately and maintain records throughout your career. Network absence means not investing in professional relationships and community. Opportunities often come through connections rather than job postings. Colleagues become references, collaborators, and sources of wisdom. Invest time in professional relationships even when you are busy and satisfied in your current role. Let us summarize the key points from this lesson on career paths. Multiple career paths exist within grant work, each with distinct advantages and challenges. In-house writers build deep organizational knowledge. Development directors gain strategic perspective. Administrators master compliance. Research administrators specialize in academic settings. Program officers work from the funder side. Consultants enjoy variety and independence. None is inherently superior. Decision factors include your skills and which work energizes you, your preferences about work style and environment, your career stage and appropriate risk level, your financial needs regarding stability versus maximization, and your professional goals for the future. Success strategies that serve any path include documenting your track record of success, pursuing credentials that demonstrate competence, investing in networking and professional community, and committing to continuous learning and development. In our next lesson, we explore the freelance grant consulting business in depth. If the idea of building your own practice appeals to you, that lesson provides practical guidance on rates, contracts, finding clients, and managing the challenges of self-employment. Practice exercise. Assess your current position against the career paths discussed. Which path most closely matches your current role? Which path attracts you for the future? Identify one step you could take in the next 3 months to advance toward your preferred trajectory.